Hey, so I have been playing Eternal Evolutions. My main account's been like a month and a half, and my free to play, which is this one, has been going on for about a month. Um, the weird thing about Eternal Evolution, you can't easily sync your accounts, so I can't show you my main account, but this is my free to play, and I actually think it could be the most powerful free to play 1 month account out there at the moment, which is the reason I decided to actually give this a crack, as in starting a Twitch stream. And we're going to go through. So I'm just going to go through my account, and then once I've shown you this account where I'm at, we'll go through how I actually got here. So yeah, let's kick it off. So for it, I am server 43. Um, I am literally at 1 month and 1 day. So I'm just starting my second month off now. Currently, we've finished this one. We're on a double chip event, and I don't spend anything. The way that you actually tell if someone spent something on their account is that this will disappear. As soon as you spend a cent in the game, you'll get a free copy of Serena, I think, um, and a few resources. But yeah, it's a completely free to play account. So across the top here, we've got where we're at in the chapter. So right now, I'm at chapter 3716. I might be able to make some progression because I managed to get Daniel up to Immortal just recently. Um, for where I'm at, Um, so at the moment we're on a double chip event, so I'm spending all my limited tickets as I get them. I'm actually going to go through and do an ancient altar early to see if I can get a couple of extra tickets there. Advanced tickets, saving these up for a recruitment event, and then these I actually pull them as soon as I get them. Little ball, pretty good. Can't do any worthy evolving at the moment. Cool. All right. So yeah, that's where we're at here. Wait, sorry. For my heroes, so week 2, I think it is, you have the ability to do a Emma evolution event. She ties in with the recruitment event as well, and that's the same with Mazrani. So um, yeah, these are the two that I focused on first, and I got Mazrani up to EX30. So that's his exclusive weapon. So what that does is it gives him damage doesn't matter. Damage reduction does matter for him. So he gets 32% damage reduction and 48% extra heal. He gets all of these extra bonuses, but the main one's down here. The duration of his ultimate skill, which is his AoE heal, extended by 2 seconds, and the healing is also double, which is massive. And this one's really good too when you get EX20. So the attack of the units in the back row is doubled. So he's a huge healing tank, huge healer, but he can also actually buff the damage of your characters. So he did a little bit of everything um, apart from damage, so that's why he's my first real EX30. At the moment, for where I'm at with other EX, most of them should just be 20. Oh, so I'm actually getting her up to 30 next. So partway there. Um, I've already done that. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so working on Taylor at the moment, his exclusive. But Mark I don't level. He's a really, really good character, but he's just good at the base level. Serena will go up to EX30 at some point, but at the moment I wanted Bailey first. Sorry, Mazrani first, Emma second, and then Bailey will be third. And then once I've got Bailey sorted out, I'll start working on Leo. But Leo's a long, long way away. And the only reason I'm doing Emma before Bailey is I don't even know if I have a Bailey yet on this account. No, so for this account, I've got to get to a recruitment event where I can pull 700 summons in one go. And then I'll get Bailey, and then I've got to use Gene Hybrids on him to get him up to Immortal, and then you can worry about EX30. So plenty of time for me to get her EX up to 30, and then start saving for Bailey. Another one that I'd get the EX30 as well. So anyway, Serena. So yeah, she's happy there. He's happy there. Yeah, like I said, I'll get him up to 30 at some point soon. Randall, goodish character, not great. Kalaza, loving Kalaza at the moment, but I mean, he's low priority for the EX. The EX is such a rare resource. You really have to pick and choose. That should be about all of that. The equipment's pretty standard. So gluttonous and like hero equipment, which gives a bit of damage, and it's just attack across the board for her. Just the rolls that I'm looking for is anything that's got attack in it. So that's a pretty bad piece. Next time. I won't worry about doing this now, but that's something I'll probably swap out later on. So I have to change a big gear around. So yeah, so it uses as many attack percentage rolls as possible in gluttonous and hero equipment. Maserani, I think I built mine a little bit different to everyone else. Actually, no, it's my free to play. So sorry, on my main account, if I had the right equipment, he's in abundant gear and radiant gear, and then he has damage reduction boots on. And him and Serena are both built exactly the same, or will be abundant radiant gear with damage reduction boots, and then HP percentage gear everywhere. Because these are actually my frontline tanks. I use healers as my frontline tanks because I haven't had the tickets to invest or gene hybrids to invest in Crete, and I probably won't even invest in Crete in this build, in this play, until sort of super end game when I'm just filling out the characters. Because again, Maserani, Emma, Bailey, and then Leo is going to be where all my resources focus into. So Taylor still struggling a little bit of gear, but so crit rate, attack. Try and get his crit rate up as high as possible, but 85 is the absolute max you want to go to. But 65 is a pretty good compromise. And then just trying to get his crit damage up as high as possible and attack. Bot Mark is just huge crit rate, so you want to have him maxed out with crit rate, and then one of his talents gives him 5% crit rate. So getting up to 95% crit rate is pretty ideal. But you see, I've still got perfect gear on him. Again, only 1 month into this account. This gear will probably swap over onto Maserani because Maserani is my better healer. But yeah, as you can see, damage reduction, HP, abundant, and vigorous set. Senway, I was lucky enough for when I started straight into the Senway event. So I managed to get into Immortal 1 free play. And with pretty much all summons, it's just attack across the board. And again, you'd get them all into hero pieces if possible. Like that. Just bumped him up 1.5k attack. So Senway, Daniel, same deal. It's all attack across the board. And then up here, just looking for attack percentage rolls. That was super unlucky, that piece. That'd be so nice if that was down there. Randall. Most of these other characters are just built for the sake of it. I mean, he's an abundant HP piece. Should not be that. That should be on Maserani, but attacking, probably damage reduction, no HP. This is probably just a makeshift gear because I don't have all the gear that I need. I will actually have a lot of spare gear. I just claimed all my ancient altar claims just yesterday. And normally I would say, especially on an account like this where it's only 1 month in and I can't beat Hell Ancient Altar, I would normally save all my tickets to try and beat Hell at the end of this week. But because we're on a double chip event, I just want to try and squeeze out a few extra limited tickets. All right, so that's my character. So for the most part, go have a look at who I'm using. So double healers up front to tank. So in damage reduction boots, again, I need to change his gear into abundant, which I should be able to do right now. Daniel's great, huge amount of damage, massive damage, and he's got an AoE stun which lasts forever. And then these are just 2 single target DPSs. If I had Bailey, I'd swap out one of these 2, whoever was the weak one at the time, to start trying to take out his back rows. But I think I'm at a wall at the moment. Yeah, so I don't think I should actually be using, because I was using Sendway through campaign a lot, but then I got Daniel and swapped them out. So it's probably going to be this one here. Front, middle gets crit rate, hunters get tab. That's only good for Taylor because you need to do crit hits, and Emma's not built for crit at all. I'm not using Vanguard, so I can't use Pain Rune. And I don't have any debuff skills, so that's no good. So, yeah. So this is only going to affect Taylor. This one here is just my high stats, which is now this one. And this is amazing, especially if having dual front healers. So when an allied support hero enters the battlefield, every 8 seconds increases healing by 4% up to a maximum of 12%. So 24 seconds in, I am going to have an extra 12% healing. And that's when they cast an AoE heal. So Mazarani's main heal is an AoE, and then she has a mini passive heal. When they cast an AoE healing spell, a secondary healing effect will be applied to selected targets, which will continue to heal every second for the next 4 seconds for a total of 18% of the current healing. So it's a backup AoE healing for everyone, which is insane. Cool. All right, let's just have a crack. The way the campaign works is that you'll actually breeze through it for ages, and then you'll find a wall where you just can't get any further, and they're the ones where you actually want to start manualing the battle just to give you that bit of an edge. But you see the amount of damage I'm taking at the moment, which is insane. Just hoping I can last until I can get the stunner from Daniel. See, because if I didn't use his ult manually, then he would target right there, and he would hit 1, 2, 3 targets, whereas this one I can hit all 5. So I lost one. Next up, just trying to get Taylor into a position where he can do a bit more damage, or damage to the back row. Oh, that's good. See, and Taylor's already got his, Daniel's already got his ult up again. So another 3.5 second stun. And when he drops that dive-ball, it then actually does AoE damage to everyone. So I managed to take out one of those. Daniel's up again. Might get through this yet. At the moment, it's more important for me to keep Daniel alive than it is anyone else. So I think I got it. Yeah, cool. Oh no! Oh no! I thought it swiped. Cool. So you can see how tight the battles are sometimes, but now that we've passed through that wall, set everything to auto, and I should just be able to cruise. Maybe. Might be another wall. So Mazrani, when he's on auto ult, he'll actually just cast on whoever has the lowest HP and center on them. So again, if you want to spread that out a little bit further, you can manual it, but it should just be good. Yeah. Set it back to being very easy for a little bit. So I'll do a couple of stages here just to show you how there's one stage that's like a massive wall, and then you can pretty much coast through the next couple of stages. This is the same for the soul mine as well. When you are hitting the soul wall, you'll normally soul mine you'll hit a wall, and then you'll get like maybe 2 or 3 stages that are quite easy, and then you'll go back to another wall. So that's pretty much how that one works. I also don't know how much streaming and uploading to my YouTube channel. I'm going to do. I'm actually just kind of doing this to fill in a bit of time because my partner's gone back to work. I'm not doing too much on my days, and I've got another week off work. I do enjoy watching all the streams out there. So for my bit of background, I was playing Raid Shadow Legends for the last 3.5 years. Joined in August 2018 when Hell Hades was actually starting out in Raiders to play before he was a content creator. We were in the same guild, and then he went off into bigger and better things. And yeah, just Raid Shadow Legends for the last couple of years, and then again watching Hell Hades videos, I decided to come over to EternalEvolution about almost 2 months ago, and then yeah, the progress slows down in your accounts on EternalEvolution's a lot like any gotcha game, and I decided just to make a free to play account over the Christmas period or just before, and yeah, then turned out to be a crazy powerful account. So actually, while we're going through these stages, so week one, don't pull any limited tickets, don't pull any advanced tickets, and use some crystals for the first couple of days to increase your roster on using basic summons. So 2,700 gems gets you 10 basic summons, and you get a few good champs in there as well if you get lucky. Week two is the Emma banner. You want to pull 80 limited tickets on her because you will then get a guaranteed copy of Emma, and you'll also get the extra 20 limited tickets will allow you to buy Gene Hybrid from the shop. And at the same time the Emma banner's on, there will be a recruitment event, which will give you another free copy of Emma from Memory. There's also another event on, which is the Elite Chapters, which gives you another free copy of Emma. So what happens during the evolution events and the recruitment events is you actually have the ability to free to play get Emma up to Immortal, and that then repeats again 2 weeks later with Mazrani, where there'll be an evolution event, a recruitment event, and an Astral Order event where you'll get free copies of Mazrani. So again, Mazrani is another one you can get free to play up to Immortal, and there's a huge step up when you go to Immortal because you've unlocked all of their talents. You have the ability to use Mythic runes on them to get their EX up to 30. However, that takes ages. So for me, the way that I used it once I saw my main account play through is that when you can get a character up to Immortal, you just want to focus on that one. So you can try and pull 60 tickets on every 60 tickets on every limited banner to get 1 copy of every hero. But for me, I would happily pass on every single hero and just if it meant that I could get 1 up to Immortal. So, and then again over the Christmas period, Daniel was available, and I got lucky. I got a few extra pulls of Daniel. So normally you couldn't get him up to Immortal, but I managed to. And those are the 3 that have pretty much carried me through the campaign up until here. Taylor you can get for free, and I've been quite unlucky with pulling additional Taylors, considering he's on my wish list. But he's still so strong that getting him up to for Immortal, can't remember. But he was the diamond looking class. And again, Emma, absolute beast. If you have a look at the damage, you can see like it's not even comparable. Emma used to be like the biggest DPS on my team by far, and now there's just absolutely no comparison. Daniel's 3 times that. And on top of him bringing more DPS than anyone else in my team, he also brings that 3.5 second AoE stun. So definitely also be a tough one. So Daniel's just phenomenal. But yeah, unfortunately, he was given out over Christmas, and I got lucky enough that there was an event where he had a 1% chance, probably about, well, he probably had like a 50-50 chance over the event to actually get his skin, and I got his skin. And on my free to play, I think I got his skin as well. Sorry, this is my free to play. On my main, I got his skin as well, but I didn't get Emma's skin on my free to play. It doesn't do too much. It does a 2% HP and attack buff for the character, which does help a little bit, but it's not game changing. And you see, we're absolutely pumping through these stages. This looks pretty tough though. So what I might do is I might try and see if this stage is one that I fail on, and then so hopefully I do fail on it, and then we'll go back through and we'll give it a manual and have a go. Cool. All right. Sweet. Let's see. So I didn't lose by that much, believe it or not. So possibly I can do this. So what I did there is that Serena has a better single person heal, whereas Masrani's got a better AoE heal. Yeah, way better AoE heal. But in that last battle, Masrani was getting focused. So if I swap her, she should be able to keep herself alive, hopefully, long enough. Another thing you do as well is that with this commander here, he's good pretty much to buff these two people doing a bit more damage. But what I can do is that if I'm starting to die too quick, I can just go through and find a champ that gives me support, extra HP, preferably percentage, and also frontline. I think I have a really random one somewhere that's so that's a little bit better on the heal. Yeah, so front and support. So I'd get an extra 50,000. Um, yeah, just over 50,000 HP for using that person. I wish I had a front. That's also not bad. It's probably what I was using him before, actually. Might just roll him. So the way I upgrade commanders as well is I just get them to 10, and that's pointless. Not happening. So no point keeping him. And I don't roll. No, just consume them. I don't roll anything below red commanders now. I'm so pathetic. Alright, so we'll give a crack at this. If Serena dies too quickly, then we'll swap her out for this one. No, you see how much damage she's taking. So she might be able to maintain herself. No, no, cool. I want to try and get Taylor into the back on the other side of the map. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. No. Anyways, all right. So we've hit the wall. Can't get through that just yet. There's probably a few things I could flip around to have a crack at something else. So anyway, so again, day one, month two, managed to get ourselves up to 37.24. Soul mine. Free to play him in the top 10. And you can see, so I'm on 335. If I get myself up to 3, if I can get through one level, I'll be up into rank 7. So let's have a crack. Doubt it though. So you can see, same, oh no, different setup actually. I don't know what I'm using here. Actually, sorry, before I do this, I wanted to actually try just showing you, or showing myself as well, if this makes a difference, because this doesn't help anyone, this buff here, but the extra health at the front might make the difference. There's all the high stat stuff. Probably not. Doesn't look good. And that spider spread much further now too. There's a bit of risk here. Like he's got a huge amount of defense, so it must be an attack wasted. But if I kill one of these, they split into three. So I'd have to see. One more thing that I wanted to try. Let's flip that back. Actually, maybe. So just to explain my thinking here, Masrani will get the first ult, and because Daniel's actually taking a bit of damage now, he should be able to get his ult off a little bit quicker as well, and not too much damage because he's only taking damage from the tank. And then after Masrani dies, I think these guys will focus Serena next, so I'll get more ult on my more ults from my healer here, getting faster ults here, and then I'll get faster ults here. So should be more healing, more damage. We'll see. Let's go to I also think these dudes at the back are doing more damage than anyone else. Oh, that was a mistake. That was horrible. Let me see. This will be my last attempt. If I don't get it this time, I'll show you the rest of the account. Actually, for some reason, it looks like we're doing better. It might just be an RNG roll that I got here. With Emma, I pretty much try and focus whoever's low HP, just to try and drop down the amount of DPS the enemy can get on me. I think we might be for a win here. I wonder if I changed anything, just didn't realize. I made a few changes then. But yeah, I think I got this now because it seems like I'm outputting way more damage than I'm taking, which is pretty good. Okay, all right. We are good. And again, that was a good showcase because it showed you how hard the battles got. Doing a few changes, didn't upgrade my characters at all, just changed things around. Um, Managed to get through that stage, and then this should be a pretty easy stage. How I normally play this, if I'm up in these sort of levels, and everything's a little bit harder, I normally manual Mazrani and Daniel, but for this stage, I should only really need to manual Daniel, just so I can just dump his AOE and stun and hit everybody. Because the amount of damage that this team can put out in 3.5 seconds is through the roof. So you can see that. Oh, something they don't really have yet um, in this game is like they've got some really good commanders for summoners, but nothing in here actually helps. So this is my summoner. They don't have anything to help summon. So these are all support-based buffs. These are all tank buffs, and I don't use tanks. And then these are all damage-dealing buffs or prototypes. And you see, like the only people they affect are my hunters. They also affect normally assassins and vanguard. Pretty much everyone except for summons. Um, it doesn't affect tanks or summoners, so summoners don't actually have any prototypes at all that help them out. So hopefully that changes soon. Cool. All right, good showcase for campaign. So next up, we're going to soul mine. Again, so I'm rank 9 at the moment. If we get one stage, get ahead of everybody a little bit. I think. So now I know that the other setup I had was the most powerful one. Which I think Emma and Taylor were in the other positions there. But what will happen here is there's a Rakana kicking around here, and Rakanas will just one-shot my team, or one guy at a time. So you see Taylor just gone. So I need to find a way to deal with that. So that's why I'm stuck here. Literally just because I had a Rakana, I just can't kill it. Well, I just killed it, so maybe I've got a chance now. So the only thing that's changed in my account to be able to kill that Rakana was that I've started upgrading Emma's exclusive. So before it was at EX20, and now it's at EX25, which gives her a bit more damage amplification. So do run one manual. Yeah, just and everyone stood up. Actually, so at the moment, I can stun the healing angel. I actually much struggle for DPS in this stage. No, I don't. Okay, everyone's fine. Cool. All right. So still at a wall. The next part of the show is Rift Fissure. Like you'll get through this in the first week, maybe second week if you get unlucky with some pulls. Deezer Caves. So yeah, I think it was like week 3 when I maxed this out. Maybe week 3 I would have maxed this out. Again, that's because I focused Mazrani, Emma, and I actually got unlucky with Taylor pulls on this one, but I'll show you how this team works out. I won't actually clear because I'm low on soul, on energy. But yeah, same here as always. Um, this one affects anyone that does crits So these two get some buffs from that. This one is no longer more high stat, 20k, 3k, and then the healing. All right. Actually, in the next dungeon, the Terradome, we'll actually be able to explain a couple of things in there, but pretty much in here, everyone's strong enough to tank without worrying too much. The only thing I need to do is make sure that I get rid of the healing bug that pops up, which first arrives in D's at level 12. So I manual Emma for that, because I don't have anyone that naturally attacks the bug. So Emma just holds off on the shield here. Other people take that down. Emma takes out the bug. And now we just do massive damage. So when his shield comes up, everyone will get their ults instantly to help take down that shield. And then when this thing's shield breaks, it gets flipped onto his back. And everyone generates their ults much faster than normal when he's on his back. So so I've got Artis here. He's in the team because the lower the health of that guy gets, the actually I'm just forward this now. The lower the health of the enemy, the more damage the more damage this thing takes. So yeah, Artis is on the team just to increase my entire team damage output. Mazrani increases my rear heroes damage output. A lot of people that I see, like a lot of the content creators, go through and they lock their gear. Actually, I wasn't supposed to finish that. Well, they lock their gear. I actually don't lock my gear because it becomes quite annoying later on. I'll show you in a sec what I do for the dungeons. So Terradome, from what I've seen, is that there's certain prototypes that don't drop in 13, 14, 15, but they drop in 12, and I'd assume maybe 10 to 12, and then maybe there's a different prototype that I can only get from 9 to 7 or something like that. But the Praying Eyes one, which I use, only drops. The only place I've seen it drop is 12. And on my main account, I don't have any Praying Eyes. And I've spent thousands of energy in dungeons. So yeah, I'm pretty confident that Praying Eyes is either locked 12 or something around there. So the way this works is that I use Semway to manual his summon into the circle, because you only do damage, or you only do decent damage, if you're inside the circle. So the way I work it is that I drop him just inside the blue circle up here, and he'll do massive damage now. And then Taylor jumps here to split them up. This isn't too hard because I obviously much higher than this, but you see in a sec he'll come up with a big attack range, and Taylor will possibly die from that. Yeah. So normally I would smash through that, but Taylor was in a bad position, and because Taylor was in that red triangle there or cone, all the damage that he inflicts to the boss collects and then inflicts back to you. So because Taylor's doing huge damage, he's basically building up a huge attack from the enemy, which is why I one-shotted both of those dudes. So that was pretty unlucky. So I actually might retry that just to give you a different run. Because I need Taylor just to show you the next bit that pops up from this boss. What I might do is try and jump Taylor the other way, because I might just be jumping in the wrong way. Yeah, okay, cool. So now the tail's outside that circle, will actually do damage to this boss. You just see how much damage he does. And again, you saw that last time Artist died, and he didn't that time, and that was because Taylor wasn't like building up the boss's attack with his attacks. So with this one, Taylor's really good here because all you have to do is drag him, jump to this blue circle, and what that means is that anyone that hits that blue circle, and then once this thing dies, it'll actually reset his ult. So you see his ult come back, and it'll happen for these two guys as well. Artists and that will also get their ults back for being in that circle when that thing's destroyed. So you bounce Taylor through those. Now with this, just wait a few seconds for the cone to show up again. Oh, I wasn't supposed to finish that. Oh well. Okay, so I can't show you Sincero Marsh because I've purchased all of those. But yeah, so this is my team, same as every other team pretty much. And this team will just full on assault this thing, just destroy it as quick as possible. Arena. So rank 10 in Arena. I'm actually not that good at Arena. Like I don't focus too much because the rewards aren't really worth it there. When it comes to the ranking, like if I got first, I'll get 20. I mean that's all right. But it's not worth all my effort and all my resources. And I mean the Rev Jonathan dude's up top. Just no point trying to compete with him. So the first thing I could really try and compete with would probably be something down here, and that is not worth it. So I'll just coast along actually rank 13. So here's the top. Rev Jonathan. Teams that I can't beat, anyone with Leo in it, pretty much I can't beat anyone with Leo in it because they've got Leo built and I do not. So there's only these two I can really have a crack at, I think. And he's got a hardcore Leo. Just trying to figure it out. He's like he's got a level almost 200, like 20, 25 on it, 20 levels or 19 levels below him on average, and with the same power. So I must have much better gear than this guy, but I can't compete with that. That was pretty low, big perk. See, same. Man, how did this guy so much more? I shouldn't even stand a chance against this guy. Definitely don't stand a chance against that guy. Alright. And you hit refresh, doesn't cost anything. This guy's got a Leo. Pretty sure I can't beat that guy either. Maybe what we'll do is we try and put in my main team. Because a lot of people that have Creep built out, or Leo, will use Gautier and then the Pain Rune along with this healing one, which I only have like one copy of, I think. Basically, they get maximum amount of shields, and every single time a shield explodes, they stun me and they do a bit of damage. So that's a real problem. But if I can get rid of him, I win. Let's have a little look. Really, I need massive damage on creep. Becomes Emma. It's not looking good. You see, he gets his shield up every single time he moves. They call it displacement attacks. He gets a shield that's like 40% of his HP, which is massive. So I cannot keep up. And you can't manual this at all. it's just a full auto battle, so I can't control what's going on. But anyway, like I said, I'm not really too fussed about ranking in Arena. I actually do care a little bit about ranking in Galactic Arena. Because the rewards here are substantially better. So if you're in the top 50, you get 10 limited tickets, 120 of these runes, epic, and then you get 200 of these ones, and then 50,000 almost of that. So that's insane. It's so good. So you can see at the moment I'm Master 31, and yes, I'll get top of all. That's not for 13 days. Just have a little looks at this. Yeah, with Galactic Arena, you only have to worry about having two teams that are fully built out. So I have a summoner team, and then I have a hunter team built out. Um, it does say somewhere where your damage power is. Anyway, let's just have a crack at the top two, eh? So and then he's here for the most part match up the power. So their weakest is 1.1 and 1.1. So I don't want to verse this team because this is his most powerful team and he has a leader, so no chance. So let's just go with that. So 1.3 against that, 1.4 against that. See, Luke is a problem and he is a problem, but he has the wrong commander. So good. Should be playing lines. I'll just use this for stats because again, this is a summoner team, so most of my none of my prototypes help my summoners. Then that. But what does help your summoners is these stats. So what this means is that each of my characters gets an extra 23k HP, an extra 540 attack, an extra 216 defense. So you see here I think this is elite. I don't know what level this is, the gold one, but you see like a level 29 one of the yellow ones, gold ones, is better than a level 60 purple. We rocking here 16. See, in this case, this one's more powerful. And you can't skip each battle because I don't care about the first battle because it's my weakest team. It's just a makeshift team. Just to put something in there. But you put your weakest team up against their strongest team. And then your other teams you actually try and put a bit of thought into. Just also with the power though, the power matters first, and then second of all, it's actually the team composition. Like if I had someone that could hit back one here, it'd be amazing, but don't. Like a Bailey. But I've taken it to Creek because he didn't have the Gautier or the Pain and all that. So this should be quite an easy battle for me. And next up, this is my main team. But it just depends on how good his team is. So you see he's got Randall down here, but Randall's not doing great. Doesn't really do too much. And Emma comes in for the kill across the board. Like the damage output. Huge. Right, cool. So we've got that win. And the way that Galactic Arena works is that whoever you kill, you take their spot. So if I was to take out this person, which is Master 16, I would then take Master 16 position. But all I care about is being a Master. I don't really care whereabouts because with ranking, it only matters that you're in the top 50, which is a Master rank. All right, so that's Galactic Arena. What else we got? Wasteland. Oh yeah, I didn't complete this when I did the when it rolled over because I wanted to show you that you don't have to do all the battles. So, and this is great because you can just skip this. All these battles are quite easy. Might be one or two battles every now and again that you fail on. This is a resource pack you get. Here, now I don't need to verse this guy at all, because all I want to do is get that, really. But the team that I'm using here is just what I use in campaign. They're by far the strongest team. So this is a random sort of reward. And I don't, like, I got a 20% chance to fail this. Sometimes you have like a 3% chance to fail, and you'll just fail every single time. I don't get it. But all right, and then there's 3 areas within this, so this will move me through to the next area. But the only things that you need to actually complete in here is the resource pack, the question marks, and that's it. These are a nice little bonus because they give you a buff, but my team's so powerful that I actually need to collect them. It's just time wasted. With those relics that you're collecting as well, like when you're fresh into this, they do help out quite a lot because when you get the purple or the gold ones, they quite powerful buffs depending on what they are. See if there's a good one that pops up. I'll explain a little bit. Accuracy and resistance don't matter at all except in PvP. So if you ever see something that gives you accuracy, don't worry about it. Your heroes increase crit rate by 15% for each win fair. So I've got Taylor, so everyone will get 15% extra. Crit rate. That's if one of my allies dies, which never happens. So if they nuke me, I get a shield 10% on max HP. So just a good offense is a good defense, pretty much. So yeah, I could get that if I wanted. I don't really care for it. So, but in area 3, sometimes against the final stage, you will die. Nothing bad happens. You just have another go at it, and that's normally where I start worrying about like what relics I've collected and all that sort of thing. All right, so I've got a 3% chance to fail. Failure. I don't get it. It's just, I mean, I don't fail every single time, but realistically, you should pass it way more often than not. And yeah, it's just so common to fail that. This is actually the slowest part of the daily rewards that you need to do, and that shop up there is really important because if there's red runes in there, mythic runes, um, yeah, you want to buy them every single time. What I'll do is I'll probably just punch up to straight to the shop, and then jump out of this and I'll finish it later. Because this would be a good example of so on my this account, again, free to play. I haven't purchased anything. I have a shit ton of diamonds. It's insane. Like these things down here, which is the currency that you get for free, but you also can purchase it. I have so much of it that I normally just buy up everything at the moment. And I probably only start slowing down when I get down to about maybe 50,000 gems. Um, but if you ever see the red ones of these, insanely important. And never buy equipment from here. It's such a waste. For example, but that costs 3,500 gems, and I can get a piece like that from Decent Caves for 50 gems. I could buy, I think it scales up. So I think when you go and buy 10 of the potions, and normally one potion will give you one piece of this gear. Each potion costs you like 300 gems. So it's an absolute rip. Do not do it. Cool. All right. I'll finish the rest of that later on. So that is the Wasteland, Arena, Twilight Lands. So I've already gone through and done my run through of this, but this is a good way to gauge how powerful your account is. So when you're going up against whales, you don't have a chance. But at the moment, I'm in the top 10. So you see, like me and Hosin are stuck on 7, 8. And I mean, this guy spent so much money in the game. Like his team is insane. Um, so I mean, I might get lucky, overtake Hosin, maybe that guy, probably not. See, he could be free to play as well, possibly, maybe. Um, yeah, all I'm saying with that guy is that guy um, is it's not impossible to get an account like that free to play. That might be a bit of a stretch, but maybe not. Um, the rewards here are amazing. Like, so for me, coming in at 8, um, Banner, Pain Rune, these are good. You get 60 of them, you get to summon one of these champs, an SSS champ. They're good for when you get to level 240, which I'm ages away from. You can turn someone higher than 240. 1800 gems, these are top tier. Um, these are almost worthless. But the only thing that drops down from here is the amount of gems you get. So I wouldn't even care if I came in at, I don't care about the banner either. So I would not even care if I came in at 20. Because that's all the rewards I really care about. I mean, it would be amazing if you got up to here and you're getting 120 of these, 50 of them. Yeah, I mean, if you're in the top 3, top 3, free to play, probably impossible. All right, so that's all the dungeons. What else we got? Elite chapter. So I'm a fair way through this. Got to get up to 20. But with this one, I only really care if I can just kind of cruise through. Every third mission is you have to meet certain standards. So you have to win the battle, you have to do it in 45 seconds and deploy at least 2 energy champs. And you have 3 teams that you need to fill out. This is probably like one place where free to play makes me struggle because I really need to focus on which champs I build out. So I can't fully build out 3 teams. When it was 2 teams, pretty easy. I could build them all out. But yeah, I probably need to be playing for another month, I'd say, free to play, for me to confidently build out a third team. So now what I do is um, focus on certain champs at the moment. I'm just trying to build out Taylor is my priority. Next him out. Lisa, next her out. Don't really care for anyone else just yet. Okay, I'll just let that build up. Because you get one of these tickets every 3 hours. So you'll have 8 tickets ready for when it resets. So Elite Chapter. With Fast Patrol, as soon as you like every single day I purchase all of these. They're the fastest way to get resources to level you guys up. How much XP have I got? So I can actually level someone. So everyone at every like 20 levels, I think it is, you have to spend the Soul Rubelite resource to level them. So I'm just trying to get them up to that next level. Okay, going through items. So all of these consumables like this, I don't ever use until I get to campaign like story chapter 30 because you get more resource. Oh, we can see it here. So for being at 3726, it means I get 646 gold every minute, 323 every minute, 150 every hour, 25 every minute. This one actually doesn't change. I think it goes from like 24 to 25. So you can pretty much use the resource that gives you just this one. But these 3 resources up here, you want to hold on to them for as long as possible, as in the items, the consumables in your bag, until you're at least into campaign stage 30. But because I'm past that now and I hit walls like every couple of stages, like you saw, I did hit a wall and then 4 stages later, 10 stages later, hit another wall. I'm pretty much just trying to make my guys as powerful as possible. So I just happily use them all the time now. Except for these, I only use these when I need to. But all the other ones, they can help you just get ahead a little bit. Is everything there? Equipment. Actually, I'll go back to that in a second. So with shards, um, nothing worthwhile to explain. Right, so with equipment, I have a ton of equipment here that I need to deal with. So the first thing I do is I go into smelt. Smelt only opens up in, I don't know, like campaign 30 or something for argument's sake. And what you can do is if there's a particular type of gear that you're chasing, as in Overlord, which is 20% extra crit damage, 15% crit rate, health, accuracy, resistance, attack, or defense, you select it. And at the moment, I'm still trying to get a bit more attack gear. So I'll select that, and then this will give me all the stuff that I can mold into it. So this is where I actually go through and select it. So that helmet, defense, no, not worth it. So even though I've leveled up 16, used a lot of resources, I'll get most of those resources back when I smelt it. Why did I even do that? Defense set. Oh, because I'm struggling for attack pieces. Yeah. So I'll hold on to that for now. I would have been rolling that up to see if I got crit rate there, and I didn't. So that's a dead piece. Next attack. HP. Right. So. Cool. So this is the smelting process. Terrible. The only thing I actually would have loved that if it was an attack percent piece, but no luck. So what I'm actually looking for here, when it comes to stats, is these percentages. I either want to have them attack or HP. They're the only ones that I care about on helmets. On these ones, if this was not an offensive style type of boot, so if this was like a HP boot, like a rigorous or an abundant, and had damage reduction on it, 100% I'll keep it, but I do not need that. On boots, you're looking for, like for radiant sets, you're looking for damage reduction or HP, but they are terrible substats, so no. Defense really doesn't play too much of a role in this. If it was a defense set, defense boots with damage reduction and HP, I'd probably keep it. But no, not that. Perfect. Exactly what you want. And say with someone like Emma who doesn't need anything but attack, that's a perfect set because if I rolled, well, I will get a maximum roll on that. And if I rolled a triple roll on X attack, that is the most powerful attack boots you can get. And she also uses accuracy as well. So I wouldn't actually want X attack or accuracy on those boots. And for the sake of it, you can lock gear here. I just want to roll those boots. So I'll max these out regardless because their attack percentage on attack boots is good to go. And pointless stat, pointless stat. I only got one, but oh well. Now what I want to show you is if I went through and locked all my gear from when I first got it, I'll show you why it's annoying. Actually, that's a good example there. So with these, I would have been looking for a subset of HP and I didn't get it. So the only thing you can do with that now is smelt it. And to smelt it, it can't be locked. So you've got to go unlock it. And when you unlock it, it rolls to the top. So if I have like this much gear and it's all locked, I've got to go through, unlock it, and then it rolls into the top and I lose where I'm at. So that's why I hate doing that. What's that piece? So normally what I do is I just get a shit ton of gear, go into smelt. Again, looking for attack percentage pieces. So I don't care about resist sets or accuracy sets at all. This, if it's got crit, see, that's good. So I'll lock that piece. That is not good. That's good because it's a with pants, it's always a HP like flat HP stat there. Um, HP percentage and defense percentage is incredible, and then if I got damage reduction percentage, that would be amazing as well. So that's a good piece. No, that's terrible. I don't really care about defense sets at all. That's good. Can't really ask for more than that. So except for crit rate and crit damage. So I'll lock that one. I'll see it. All right, next one. Don't care about that set. See, normally what I do with a piece like that, I would roll it. Well, actually, I'll just show you doing it. So with a piece like that, I would just roll it up to +4 to see if that becomes an attack percentage. And it doesn't. So that's a hopeless piece. So do not need it. Oops. +6. I don't care about accuracy. So on this, I'd be looking for crit rate, crit damage, and attack. Even maybe defense, because at some point they'll probably have a defensive tank who does a huge amount of damage, or a defense-based hero who does a ton of damage. But yeah, you're just looking for crit rate, crit damage, and at the moment, just attack on there. None of that. So terrible piece. This one, you're looking for crit damage or crit rate. See, that's not bad. So we'll lock that piece. So that's got a crit damage. So that's one of those pieces I'd roll up once to see if I roll the crit rate. Actually, I'd roll this one up twice. We'll do that now. So if I got to I'll do a double roll on this because I'd either be looking for crit rate or a shitty stat, and then a roll on crit damage. So I got damage reduction and then HP roll, so no good. Looking for HP. See, that's amazing. That's better than HP defense. If I rolled that again and got a defense percentage down there, perfect piece. And then I'll just be looking for HP rolls on top of that. See, that's actually a good set. Good piece. Defense, damage reduction. Yeah, see, that I'll keep. It's very rare that I'll keep a piece like that, like in the defense set. No. This helmets can have crit damage reduction. That only helps you out in arena. So I don't really care about arena, so I don't care about those pieces. I actually really want an attack helmet with attack percentage on it. No, that's no good. Okay, defense. X attack as well. Terrible, terrible, terrible stuff. See, that would be all right for Randall because he actually jumps into the back line and you need to give him some survivability. And he uses attack. So that's actually a good piece for Randall. Oh, I see I'm torn on that. It's an attack. Yeah, I'll keep that piece. It's annoying getting like a healing piece with an attack stamina, but I'm really struggling for attack percentage pieces on helmets. Because that's the same. And also, I think I saw that had a crit rate stat underneath, and this one has a crit damage, so another reason to keep it. Don't care about defense. Don't care about that. Oh, I have one. Did I roll that earlier? That's a game-changing piece, and it's got X attack on it too. Cool. That's not great because you can get crit rate or crit damage gloves on a crit rate set, so that's no good. X HP, no good. No good. Let's make sure that was an attack. No. No good. So even though that's a defensive set with a defense stat, oh, see, actually no, no, because you don't want. Yeah, may as well. I mean, if you got a damage reduction roll, no, that's a huge defensive piece. So maybe attack percentage. Hold on to it for now. Crit rate. Hold on to it for now. See, because that's an attack piece with crit rate and an attack roll underneath. If that rolled a crit damage under there, that'd be amazing as well. Crit rate on a crit damage set, worth keeping. Crit rate set with crit damage, worth keeping. Not worth keeping. HP set, HP roll, worth it. Not worth it. Attack with attack roll, worth keeping. And I don't have enough to next set. So that's all my basic equipment. And then the stuff that you get from Clan Boss or Ancient Altar are 4-piece sets. And all I care about at the moment is abundant sets, which use 35% healing. This one's really good. But Emma is the only one I really care about in this at the moment. And I've got a full set for her. So abundant it is, and I have a ton of gear. That is terrible. See, that's only got a single roll on HP, just a basic roll on HP, so not worth it. I would have rolled that up to +4 looking for a HP roll down there and didn't get it. So turn that into an abundant piece. Yeah, it's got HP substat and damage reduction. That's a good piece. It's really good, actually. So this is increased shield strength. But if I was HP, yes. And attack, yes. Defense, no. No. The only thing in Gluttonous I'm looking for is attack, really. Maybe that, though, because... Yeah, that's probably worth keeping. Like, there's no champion out at the moment that I can think of that would use this. So attack speed with damage reduction. But at some point there might be a champ that comes out and that's perfect for like say if you had a frontline tank who built up speed over time or something, or attack speed over time, that'd be great. Nope. Looking for HP. See, that's worth rolling up to +4 to see if we get HP substat, but without it, no point. So that's a very offensive piece. I'm actually thinking as well, like I haven't seen anyone build Leo with an abundant set on. And he does natural lifesteal. So, I mean, that piece might be incredible for Leo. So I'll hold on to that. That might be a good defensive piece. If I ever see anything with double X stats, I get rid of it straight away. HP. I'll keep that just in case it gets a HP substat roll. See, but then I'll go back on my word. If that was a HP substat roll there, then I would keep that because I'd hope that I get HP and damage reduction. See, that could be another good defensive attack speed set. No good. If I got a HP substat, I'll keep that as well. Could be a good offensive piece. Terrible. That's a perfect piece. That's what I'm looking for at the moment. Abundant sets with HP percentage. And then even X HP, I'll take that, unless that was a damage reduction or a defense roll. That would be the only thing that's better. Oh, that's so bad. That's very good. Very good. See, that could be perfect for Emma. If that was a triple X attack roll with crit rate underneath it, So good. Emma doesn't need crit rate, but a little bit doesn't hurt. Double X stats, no. Terrible. HP? No. See, Leo can't crit either. Actually, I think I was saying earlier about a piece for Leo. That had crit rate on it, but Leo can't crit. So yeah, that won't be any good for Leo because Leo can't crit, but this would be amazing for Leo. If Abundance Set's good on Leo, I have no idea if it is. It's just something I want to try out. Really need HP gloves. Might just get rid of that piece. Just to make one more. Man, they seem to love giving me chests. No, all right. So now I've gotten rid of all the gear that I don't want to level. Let's see what a roll that's any good. So we've got to unlock. That could be worth it. So the stuff I care about the most is abundant gear at the moment. So I'll go through and find all my abundant gear. So looking for a HP percentage substat. If I don't get it, dead to me. So double rolling this because I've got two good pieces on. I want to see what the next roll is. Oh. Well, this actually might be really good for Leo. Could be very good for Leo. Not what I was looking for, but that's what I got. This is getting maxed out regardless. Really just hoping for a defense reduction or defense. Pretty average. Oh, actually, no. Pretty good. Just looking for HP. Nope. HP. So these ones I'm actually. Oh, yeah. There we go. Cool. Not too bad. Not perfect, but not the worst. Don't really want to level that piece up just yet. Any more abundant? That's the piece that seemed might be good for Leo. Just do it for the fun of it. Terrible sub rolls. All right, that's all that done. Next up is Gluttonous. So these two attack helmets. So on this one, I'm actually hoping for X attack. That'll go straight on Emma. Got resist. Worst stat in the world. Especially for Emma. Hoping for rolls on X attack. Maybe subset of accuracy, actually. So once we do this, we're going to go into a re-gearing phase. Because again, I've got so much gear because we just had Clan Boss. Crit rate is normally always worth it, but only if I've got a crit damage. So this is where I would unlock that one. Attack set. Attack helmet. Pretty good for Emma. We better get X attack along. Lightness. So this would be if so someone that could use that would be Artis, because he's a defense-based character who tanks. So damage reduction defense. But what I'd really be praying for is a HP subset roll there as well, because it's a tank. But no, actually that's not too bad either, because he can crit. If this was a HP substat, no. Defense. Don't think that's worth it now. HP. That is all the gluttonous stuff done. We'll be praying for crit damage, and then he rolls down here. Worst stat, worst sub roll stat, but I got one to attack, that's alright. Yeah, these attack. Negative. So this one, that's all I'm really interested in. If I got to pick, I'd go for X attack. But I'm really interested to see a roll there. Terrible. Not worth doing anymore. Again, if we got just rolling it once, see if we get attack, which I did. I'll probably double roll this one up. Damn it. Roll the dice. Fail. So on this one, I'll be hoping for crit damage and or the second roll to be attack. Terrible. That's what I'm really looking for at the moment. Maybe something like this. Alright, that's perfect. So this will go max. Damn it. Still a really good piece of ammo because she can use accuracy. She stuns enemies, I think, with accuracy, and then attack and X attack both help her. X attack is really not great compared to attack percentage by a long way, but it's still not the worst. And then after that, the pieces that I'm next piece attack. The next piece I'm interested in are the crit rate and crit damage pieces. So I'm looking for crit damage and or second roll crit rate. So bad. Looking for crit rate and or second roll crit damage. Crit damage. That's that piece in it. Oh. So bad. Nothing good there. All right. I think that's all I need to worry about leveling at the moment. I mean, I could go through and level some other pieces, like most of that HP stuff would be next. But actually, that's pretty nice. Actually, I'll go 3 rolls in this because they're all usable. That is insane. That's perfect. That's a really, really good piece now. I'm glad I did that. Alright. So I'm going to go through and do the other ones. Just looking for HP. Damage reduction would be nice. Looking for HP rolls and damage reduction. Oh, game's about to crash. Yeah, if I disappear for a sec, game's gonna crash. What's the next piece? These. Actually, that's not that good. Not good. HP. Looking for HP roll. And damage reduction. Terrible. And game crash. All right. Is there any more HP gear? Nope. All right, cool. That is all the gear. Now let's go do some regearing. So Mazrani's in need of a huge regear. So looking for abundant. Not that. Helmet first. HP. So much better. This one looks for damage reduction. If I had it, which I do not. Oh, that's not even maxed out. Must have ran out of I could do a bit more HP. Accuracy, crit damage, HP. Right, chop those on. So what you need to work out here is that like these sets, two of these will give you 15% more HP, so 30%. But if I have an abundance set on, I basically lose 30% max HP and increase my healing by 35%. So I mean, I don't know how to work out the math exactly on what's better, but yeah, see this one. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to buff his HP by 50%, which is huge. And you'll see that 836 turns into let's see how much 836 956. He still has another set. So I might have to roll one of these up for the sake of it. This one. So there we go. He's a bit tankier, so I'm actually going to swap his boots out. So because he rolled defense, damage reduction, X defense on that, chuck that on him, and then he can go. So he's going to drop a whole heap of HP here, 934. Actually, it's important to look at 934. He's got 1.5 million. So that dropped like 200 and something. 200. So he's got damage boots on, so he can still tank. He's got still plenty of HP, and he increases his healing 35%. And then we just got to make sure we go to Serena. Don't think I have any of this, so we're putting the other file. Let's attack. And she's just going to get a huge amount of HP. So I'm just looking for defensive stuff in here. Defense. Cool. Alright, so that's them. That's my healers slash tanks. Emma is my next. Well, it's actually Daniel now. On my main, Emma was always my main damage dealer, but Daniel is far better now. So he needs to make sure he's got all attack percentage gear here in hero sets, which he's got. And then I'm actually just looking to try and get as much X attack into him as possible. So hero set, attack percentage, X attack, nothing. Even though it's not much, it's actually like he can use crit rate a little bit, but that piece would be so much better on someone else. So I will swap that. X-tack crit rate. Again, the crit rate could just be better on someone else, so we'll swap that over, even though the X-tack is the same. Now this one here, looking for attack percentage. So I don't know, he's got, so I don't be looking for anything. He's got three rolls in attack. Place. So you do get slightly different roll percentages. So attack plus 1 is 7.2, attack plus 1 6.8, attack plus 1 7.6. Chuck that on him. Cool. Right, that's Daniel fully geared now. This is how I do it. Pretty much like the two most key players in my team are the healers slash tanks, and then it's your damage dealers. So he's the most important. Um, and then it is Emma. Well, to be honest, it's really hard between Emma and Taylor. Like Emma does do more damage, but Taylor, because you can move him around the screen, you can actually just jump to the back. So Taylor's actually probably more important. Oh, that's right. I needed a helmet with damage. See, that's a really good piece. The only thing that make that better is if that crit damage was gone, crit damage reduction, and it had crit rate in there. Crit rate gloves. See, that's a bad piece. Actually, might chuck that on him. And have I got? No, Sunset. Oh, see, that's a really good piece, but he's actually more important to have crit on him. Oh my god, that's a good piece. He doesn't need attack though. Yeah, let's swap that. You have that. Oh yeah, because then that gives him more crit. Yep. And alright, cool. Taylor's got. I wish I could replace that piece. But cannot. Then I need to make sure this guy has lots of crit. So I'll lose a lot of attack. He does do a lot of damage to me. Hmm. Gonna have to. So I just need that crit percentages in here, and then I just need crit rate. Alright, cool. That's him done. Now Emma. So we're looking for. Let me set first of all attack percentage. So that's a attack percentage double X attack, which is almost a perfect set for her. X attack is the only time I want to substat one because she can't crit. Attack with defense rolls. That's a better piece. Right now, one attack. Sub rolls. Oh yeah, so that's good. Now, because we've got 5 pieces on her, and this is the worst piece by far, we're going to try and swap that out for a better attack piece. So that's attack +2. That's what we're looking for. So attack +1. And you see the difference. So 28.3. So buffing 3.2%. It's quite a jump. 28.3, I think I said. This is like 2,000%. 2,000 damage more. Got any attack? It's 2. See, that's a bit better. 7.2 to 6.8. Yeah. Didn't change much. Alright. That's her done. Gluttony and hero set. That's all I really care about on this team. As different content pops up and I start focusing on things, I start building out other champs. With my tanks, I normally just go equip all, just make it easy, and then make sure they got HP, not that stuff on them. That is a terrible piece. Cool. So I've got 2 sets of that. Right, good. Yeah, with tanks, the only stats that really matter on tanks is HP and damage reduction. So nothing else matters on them really. Defense, even though they're defense-based champions for the most part, they're just there's no point putting defense on them. It just doesn't scale as well as health does for survivability. Sendway's a beast as well, actually. So he needs that on. See, actually, we'll show you the difference. So 18.1, 19.7, 19.8, 20.4. Should be attack across the board. Cool. $21.2. So I think I've jumped 2k attack then. Should be good. Dun, dun, dun. Cool. All right, sweet. So I think that's a full cap of my account. So yeah, completely free to play. Sitting on about 90,000 gems. You've seen what I spend gems on. If I went into the shop actually, see if I've gone through it. Basically, if I have over, so I'll always buy this because you'll end up with so much gold. Even 1 month in, I've got 161 of them. Use 99 of them. That'll give me 6 million in gold, and then 9 million in gold there. Not much. 1 mil. So yeah, tons of gold sitting everywhere. So spend gold whenever you want. With this, as long as I'm sitting over, say, 50k gems, I'll always buy this. Same deal with this. Don't buy anything else there. So, don't ever buy these. This is half the price. So 60 of these equals one random hero. So the only difference is that you get to choose that it's a Terran, an Atlas, or a Wenfer, whatever. Whereas this, half the price, but it's a random one once you use it. Guild. I buy a little bit of gear in here only once you get the white stuff, but it's so hard for me to find a good piece now that I'm just kind of saving it up, and hopefully they'll bring out like the next gen of gear, so a level above this one. Galactic Arena. There's only three things you'll have buying here: Res, which is your priority, and then your limited tickets, and then your advanced tickets. Pinnacle is an event, and this always buy these as soon as they become available, and then I normally bounce between either buying this or this if I have a bit of spare, but always have 1,000 of these left over to buy this. I've got 6 days. Build on something. Can't see anything. Actually, this tech store is pretty cool. Again, my account normally revolves around hunters, being Emma and Taylor, especially at the start of the game. So focus on just buffing up their attack as much as I can. So got 47% extra attack, which is huge. One more level, I get an extra 2%. And then for Taylor, he's crit damage, so he'll get that. I don't think there's any. Oh, and then for Bot Mark as well, he uses that. And then again, down here, you just get the X attack. And then next to that is my summoner that I use the most. So I'm just trying to get, basically, I'm just Senway and Daniel. And I forget his name. The guy that multiplies himself, and he's a summoner as well. Yeah, they use attack really heavily, so try and max that out as well. Don't really care too much about the other stuff. Oh, healers. So you support. I think I've done a bit on everything because you get X HP. That's a HP one, so that's way more important. But an XHP, XHP. Yeah. Don't think. Define prototypes. So this is pretty important to know. So don't go put all your XP into whichever one you get next. There's an example. So I've got 300,000 XP here. Cost me 4,800 to level this thing up once, but I don't need this yet. So pretty much what I do is I try and build up at least 2. So here I'm building up Pain Rune, I'm building up Praying Eyes. This is a really good one. This is a really good one. So I've got way more than I need here, but they're all kind of important. With Tenacity, you'll only ever build up 2. So, of 3 endgame. So whichever one's kind of ahead of the time, I'll just level that one up, and soon I'll use one of these to get 100,000 back. But I might get really lucky or unlucky in Taradome, and I might start pulling heaps of these, and so I'll sell off these ones and then put it all into that. And then Enlightenment, really good, really hard to get this one. And then this is the only other one, or these 2 are the only ones worth investing in, this one, in my opinion. And then as you reach these milestones, so these 3 divine prototypes all hit 2 stars each. So once I get another one of this Dark Summit, I'll then unlock all of my characters get 3,900 HP and 1.5% attack bonus. So I don't have to be using these to get that bonus. It's just a passive bonus that everyone gets. And then if all of them get to maximum, so every single time all of them reach an extra star level, I'll get 1.5% bonus. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe. So that's a 9% bonus in attack, which is huge. That's only for those 3. You see, like, there's probably 6 of them as well. So that's a 3% bonus once they're all maxed out, which they are. Once these are all maxed out, 6 sevens, 42, so 4.2%. 4.8% there. So you get so much bonus attack for reaching these. This is one of those ones where it comes from a very specific level of Terradome, and I don't know what it is yet. It might come out to lower levels only. So 1.5%. But then when you get down to like these ones, all red runes, like 1.8%. So say 2%, say roughly you're looking at like 11% bonus for having all of these maxed out, but that would be it for everything. But across the board, you probably get like an extra 100% damage, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, so quick overview of divine prototypes. Yeah, cool. Anyway, that's like an hour, almost kind of up to 2 hours. So I just want to kind of give you a show of my account. It's been 1 month, 1 day, and yeah, Twilight Lands, because we've got that on the moment. It's a good gauge of how far along, like how good your account is. So on my server, I'm 8th. And I mean, some of these people could be free to play, which means maybe they do have a better account than me, being free to play. But there's a few that definitely could be. That's pretty solid. Cool. Anyway, thanks for chatting in, and have a good time. Have good holidays. See you later.